because of the huge response we had on the last 4 episodes of the drink making by Howard Ungerleider, backed by popular demand. We're going to do it again, but this time in a little latent celebration of that race. What was that?
The
Big
Kentucky
Blue?
Derby.
Oh, the Kentucky Derby.
Yes.
Yes. We're gonna, in honor of that, we're going to make us a mint julep today for all of you guys and girls, and kids. No kids.
No children.
For those who want to expand their education and other such things in the making of drinks, I present to you Mr. Howard Ungerleider once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. Here we are once again in Chicago. This time, mint was in season, and thanks to Rick Caruso for bringing us here. We have some fresh mint to make one of my favorite drinks. That's a celebratory drink at the Kentucky Derby in the beginning of May, made with Woodford's Reserve. Now, let me tell you, I'll tell you how good this is right now. Oh, I love bourbon. It is so good. This is perfect. And everyone at the Kentucky Derby, the official bourbon of the Kentucky Derby. This, and also, I must mention one of my other favorites, Pappy Van Winkle's. It's not here today. But we're so lucky that Rick brought us this mint. And we have the makings for mint julep. Now, as you know, mint juleps are very, very tasty drinks if you like bourbon. And I'm not talking about Jack Daniels. I'm talking about Woodford's here. And we're going to start off today, and as you can see, there's some of my favorite bottles here. As you know from last time, a lot of the lighting effects are inspired by these.
Yeah, give a rundown on what that green is. What do you call that green when that's up in the truss like that?
This is an R90.
R90. That's it.
This is R90. I do use that, and you'll see it in a lot of different sun. Now, this year we have it in the tree. This is like the trees right here, R90. I don't want to bore you. I know a lot of you were upset I wasn't talking about lighting last time, but I can tell you right now, just to appease you, I'm using a bunch of Whole Hog 3 lighting consoles. We're using Color Blaze 72s and 48s, a lot of Xbot Extremes, Mac 2Ks, and an array of cyber lights. Okay? Is that good?
No, tell them about the big Shogun. Tell them about the big Shogun.
We also have the Shogun, the new high-end fixture. That is a 2,000-watt, amazing fixture that sits in the pods that actually descend, and it's just insane. If you put them too close to the stage, you can set it on fire. But okay, so now you have some lighting information.
That's
so you
crazy
shouldn't be
talk.
really. I don't want to see on the internet anymore that you're upset because I didn't talk about lighting. Okay, but more inspiration comes from making nice drinks and then getting in the mood. And I'm right here right now with all my friends, Rick Caruso, Steve Shaparsky, Danny, everyone's here today, right?
Incidentally, Steve sampled the drink, the Mai Tai, that was last seen on the
Remember that?
I remember that. Yeah, I'm good like that.
But Steve sampled the Mai Tai after his shift, because Steve is an IATSE member, and he does not drink when he's working, so we want to make that totally clear. And now he's here at night after, he wasn't even working today, so we brought him back for another sampling of the mint julep. Okay, let's get started. I don't want to bore you anymore with this.
Yeah, tell us, what goes into a mint julep?
Well, first of all, mint. It's very, very important that we have mint. And we just little sprinkle that in. Inside of here we have some simple syrup to get the sweetness out of it. And we just load it up with mint. Mint is a very herbal ingredient that is very medicinal.
What is that, about 6-7 ounces of mint there?
That's a good 6 ounces of mint. And I'll tell you something, Rick, who's been in China quite a bit, he can tell us about the mint and exactly how important mint is to the Chinese.
Would you like to comment on the mint?
Mint is probably one of the nicest herbs that I've ever come across, and in China it's one of the mainstays in the Chinese diet. So we're going to carry that on, and we're going to let the men make the drink of the century, I think.
This is perfect. Thank you, Rick. And, for those people that are in China, they probably wish they could make this. I don't know if you can get Woodford's in China. But after you see this, you may want to import it. I know they're big Chivas drinkers over in Asia. Anyway, we have put some mint into the glass with some simple syrup for sweetness in the bottom. And what we want to do is we want to put a little bit of Woodford's in there just to soak into the mint, because Woodford's is so good. I love bourbon. Look at this. Woodford's Reserve.
That bouquet is something else, Howie. I tell you.
You know, Jack, I know that you've had many drinks before. I made Jack a Monte Cristo one night. You know?
It was a Monte Cristo. It was hard to drink because it was a cigar, but it's okay.
Well, for those of you at home, yes, a Monte Cristo is a cigar, but that's not what I mean.
I like.
No, Monte Cristo is a nice coffee drink because Jack loves coffee. That's how he loves to get caffeinated.
Yes, I love my coffee.
Actually, we all love to get caffeinated. So here I am blending the mint leaves with the simple syrup and some of the Woodford's Reserve. Just getting it nice and basted here, nice and cool. And I will now add another ingredient. Some people use club soda, not me. Perrier. Water of France.
It's French water.
It's French water. Very nice. Some people say it's not possible, but it is. We're just going to put that right into the... Oh, look how wonderful that looks. Now, you know...
Nice hamburger to it.
You just stir this around a little bit more. And now what we want to do, because we want to get that mint floating in here, tasting really nice.
I think it's gone a little rabid.
No, it's fine. This is the catalyst right here, which what we're calling the actual blending of the mint. The mint is just releasing all of its wonderful antioxidants into this drink. I'm going to now pour this drink, now that it's stirred and mixed, over some wonderful ice right here. Oh, look at that. And you know, this year at the Kentucky Derby, everyone was going wild drinking these, getting in a good mood. But unfortunately, we had some misfortune with 8 bells not making it. I'm sorry to hear about that. That we never like when animals have to be compromised. But see, I just put a little capper on top. That's always important. Now, we have Steve. He's not working today. Steve, would you like to come over here and just take a little sip of this and tell us what you think?
All right.
Face the camera, Steve.
Well, it looks amazing.
Does it smell good? Does it smell nice?
The mint is definitely fresh.
It's in season, pal.
Fresh.
Here we are.
That's a good drink. That's a very...
You're not just saying that.
I'm not just saying that.
I'm like, do you see yourself at the
That's
races?
exactly what he said the last time.
Can you see yourself at the races now?
Right down.
Sitting there, just like sipping on these? And...
I can definitely see myself.
Excellent. Excellent. Many of you are wondering about, how many of these can you drink in the course of the Kentucky Derby? Myself, 5 or 6. Kids, you don't do this. If you're not of age, turn this off right away. I don't want you even looking at this, but Steve is of age. And remember, when you're at the Kentucky Derby, this is your drink. And I think the next time you'll see us, we'll be making drinks for your girlfriends and wives, because they love things like chocolate martinis, Manhattans, old fashions, and things like that. So tune in next week. I'd like to thank everyone, especially Rick Caruso, for bringing the mint. And we'll see you at the next show.